1950s was a time of renaissance in Ahmedabad. I mean, this was also the time that people like Corbusier, Louis Kahn sort of made their trips to Ahmedabad. A lot of pioneering work happened in the city that really created the foundations of the city. And one of them, of course, was Chinubai Chimanlal Seth, who was one of the first mayors of Ahmedabad. And he had traveled the world around, seen things in the world, and was extremely impressed with the way that cities were developing, and deeply wanted to do something that could make that impact in Ahmedabad.
Advantage of visiting or coming daily over here is you become stress-free, you become tension-free, you start loving nature.
Important things about this park is that, at least in the context of Ahmedabad and perhaps India, it is where a significantly important architect, and in this case Kamal Mangaldas, got involved in the refurbishment of the entire garden. He did it twice. First, I think in the early 80s and then a little later. And this land itself always seemed to be a land that had a low-lying depression, and a pond was already and always there as part of the land, and it had a lot of mango trees. And then gradually, of course, it became a public park.
मैं और मेरी 20 लोगों की टीम एक साल से यहाँ गार्डन में काम कर रहे हैं। तो यहाँ गार्डन में काम करते करते हमारा मेंटल स्ट्रेस भी कम हुआ है और लाइफ की क्वालिटी बहुत इम्प्रूव हुई है।
I think it was in its first or second avatar that his son, Arjun Mangaldas, was deployed to build some of the follies that you still see in the park. So there was, of course, the chimneys that he built, and that was to remind us of Ahmedabad's industrial and also its textile sort of heritage. There was a beautiful arbor done in brick, which had bougainvilleas on it.
It's amazing here because it's all across greenery, and we get to be more socialized. We have more and more kids coming here every weekend, and I love to be here with my family and my twins.
I mean, you have all kinds of people in this park. You've got old people, and then you have children of all ages using the park. You have lovers. I mean, theatre groups come regularly to this park either to perform or rehearse new plays. It's a place for active sports. It's a place for people to come and doing painting competitions or painting workshops. If you walk around a little bit, you'll find 2 photographers who are floating around the park 24/7 and will take beautiful pictures of you. So in some level, this park is the microcosm of mankind.
Ahmedabad city, lot of facilities are available here for the public, and we enjoy since 27 years this garden.
And so we looked at this park, and I think what we really wanted to do was to respect the skeleton of the park. The skeleton was already in place. There is very often a disregard for the old. There is a sense that if it's old, it's worthless and it should be removed. And I find this slightly troublesome, because I think if we don't regard our old, then we start becoming a schizoid sort of society. I think this experiment, which is called Pratiti, it's a very good case in point, and it's something that can be replicated across the country. And from these examples, we can hope to have a much better urban environment in our cities. So finally, I mean, these are really theaters of human life. And I think we have to ask ourselves, how many places are really left in our cities that can become play of human life can be enacted?